Hey, welcome back. We have Charles DAngelos, our weight loss coach, and what an exciting year ahead for you because you've written a book and it's now on the market and you can get it all in major bookstores, and it talks about your program, specifically about how to do your program.
Well, something's been missing in everything else that's out there, and that's what motivated me to write the book. There's no lack of what's healthy to eat or what foods are appropriate and most healthful. There's no lack of exercise DVDs or programs that claim to change your life in 90 days, right?
Yeah.
But I believe something's been missing, because if the claims that those products made were true, we wouldn't see the product that you, or the problem that you had, the problem that I had, and the problems that so many Americans now face. So what I believe is missing is the mindset. How to get yourself conditioned so that food doesn't mean what it used to mean to you, so you have an entirely new, fresh relationship with food, a new perspective on food, one that doesn't control you, but you control it.
Right, and so therefore it's called Think and Grow Thin.
Yeah, Think and Grow Thin, because when it comes down to a one-on-one match between this and this will win out. When it comes to a one-on-one match between this and this still wins out. So you have to learn how to get this on your side, because you can do any number of diets. Any healthy diet will precipitate some change. But how do you make it so that food no longer means what it used to, where you can disconnect from it and not have that emotional bondage that you were once victim to?
Yeah, it's interesting because people have personalities, say they're stubborn, or they stand up for something they believe in, and yet they give in to food and give up their power.
Well, it's not, and that's exactly it. It's not a matter of cognition. It's not a matter of knowing. Again, all the information is out there, but it's how do you get your emotion disconnected from it? Because emotion drives so many humans to do things that they know are contrary to their goals. You know that you're on a diet. You know you want to lose weight. So how do you disconnect from food? And in my book, I outline the exact methodology that I use. Here's how to disconnect. Here's how to engage in a program that's going to get you to where you want to be very quickly. And once you start to see the results, it's so easy to keep with it. But you have to develop that momentum.
It has to become a habit. You have so many success stories in your book, and again, all of those stories people shared there.
Many have been here.
Yes, many have been here already, and many of them talked about how you helped them get to where they are. This is actually President Clinton who wrote a foreword in your book.
He didn't write the foreword. He just wrote a endorsement on the front cover. Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Marcos Rothstein, who I don't know if you know.
Which is even better, a medical doctor.
Yes, who participated in the program with his wife, wrote the foreword. Mr. Stewart, David Stewart of Worldwide Technologies, wrote the introduction. And then President Clinton was kind enough. He has an immense amount of emotion tied to this childhood obesity epidemic that we're facing. His foundation is really working hard to confront that, so he was kind enough to lend his name to the front cover of my book.
And you probably can't say it enough, Charles, that here you are. I mean, you could not have imagined a dozen years ago when you weighed 364 pounds, that you would be here now and having the endorsement of all these people and politicians. Well, we have Senator Claire McCaskill has lost 50 pounds on your program, and people who have endorsed it. I mean, are you amazed at just what happened when you finally made up your mind to do it?
It's so funny because I never even think of it. I kind of stay in my own little box, and I just help people. And then when I go out and I meet all these people and they say, you help this person, you help that person, it's quite flattering. What I really hope to do is inspire as many people as I can to not give up on themselves, to not lose hope, because so many people have tried so many different programs and haven't been consistent. My book teaches you how to be consistent, with both the foods and the exercise. And if a person gives up on themselves, they're selling themselves short. There's no reason to give up.
And part of the equation with your program is meeting with you once every 2 weeks. What does the book do in terms of making you accountable for your weight loss or this journey that you put yourself on? How do you
In the book, I always recommend to people to have some help, whether it be someone in their life that they answer to, or tracking on their own calendar every week, maybe on a Friday, weighing themselves in to know where they are, so that they have a tangible, specific, quantifiable measure of, here's where I am. Also, journaling is excellent. But you get, again, it doesn't matter if you meet with me or if you do it through the book. Regardless, you have to be committed. When a person comes to see me, Christine, I don't force anyone into anything. I say, look, either you're going to do it, you're going to do what I say, or not. And if you're not going to, don't make the investment. If you're going to buy the book, if you're not ready to do what the book says, put it back on the shelf. I say that in the first chapter of the book. If you pick this up and you're not ready to follow this strictly, don't waste your money.
And finally, quickly, is it a user-friendly book for children, too?
For children, it's an easy read, put it that way. I would say to have an adult go through with them would be most helpful. May have to be
modified, some of the stuff.
Yes, it's not geared towards children under 12 years old or that. Now, I think that a huge part of it is relatable to children in that it talks all about the difficulties I went through as a child, being bullied, made fun of, how I would wake up at 360 pounds in the middle of the night and I would feel a warm fluid coming from my nose, think my nose was running. I rubbed my finger, and it was red. It was blood. You know, I was having nosebleeds all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
I was very, very unhealthy. So it's a very, very helpful guide for a kid that can see then the future if they don't change.
You never know. It could jumpstart your child into, you know, saying, I want to do something.
I think so. So sharing that part with the children is very, very effective.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and good luck. And I know that it's selling very well, and we'll continue to do so.
Well, thank you.
Think and Grow Thin with Charles DAngelos. You can go to our website at kpl11.com to find out more. Well, we dodged a bullet.